It looks like another trading week is about to close right behind me here on Wall Street at the New York Stock Exchange. Another week of seesaw action. Yes, another week of volatility and mostly losses, courtesy of uncertainty regarding 3 weeks of President Donald Trump's on-again, off-again tariff policy. In fact, all three major indices have dropped more than 4% this week alone. The Dow Jones on track for its second straight losing week and its worst weekly decline since back in June 2022. This would also be the fourth negative week in a row for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq as well. And the past week also saw the S&P 500 down 10.1% from its record close that was just posted last month, therefore officially bringing the S&P 500 into a correction. But then again, a new week awaits. Will the bears remain on Wall Street, or will we see a little bit of a bounce back with the bulls? In fact, it's a full week with global rate decisions throughout the week being released. So there's a lot to look forward to. And you know what? Let's do exactly that. Move forward. Take a look at what will likely move the markets in the week ahead. We kick off on Monday. It begins in China, this time with Chinese February industrial production figures. Those are on the docket. Expectations calling for a read of 5.3% year over year. That will then be followed by U.S. retail and Chinese retail sales. First, February Chinese retail sales expected 4% year over year. U.S. retail sales, those are expected at 0.7% month over month. Tuesday is a bit quieter on the economic docket, meanwhile, with focus on U.S. industrial production numbers, that of which currently sits at 0.5%. While on Wednesday, we see quite the pickup in action. First, we go overseas to Japan with the Bank of Japan's interest rate decision. That's what's on the docket. That rate currently sits at 0.5%. Then it's off to Europe with the EU's harmonized consumer prices read. That's in focus. Expectations will be calling for a read of 0.5% month over month, 2.4% year over year. But the big story of the day is the U.S. Federal Reserve. The FOMC rate decision awaits, and expectations calling for the rate to remain unchanged, 4.5%. Then Thursday, that kicks off down under in Australia, this time with the February Australian unemployment rate. That's on the docket. Once again, expectations calling for a read of 4.1%. And then the rate decisions from the big countries, they continue. First in China, the People's Bank of China's rate decision due out, a rate that currently sits at 3.1%. While over in Switzerland, the SNB interest rate decision, that is due as well, a rate that currently sits at a rate of 0.5%. And that's not all, as over in the UK, the Bank of England's rate decision is also due out. Expectations calling for an unchanged read of 4.5%. And then on Friday, we end the week a bit on the quiet side. This with the EU preliminary March consumer sentiment, consumer confidence read on the docket, that of which currently sit at negative 13.6. And don't forget, keep an eye on those geopolitical updates, as those headlines have been major market movers as of late. And until next week, coming at you live from the New York Stock Exchange, wishing you all a great week ahead. I'm James Sweeney reporting for ICM.